Hi, everybody. I'm Positive Bluebird.
And this is Pablo.
Pablo, yes. And welcome to Birds of a Feather. This is our podcast that we'd like to try to do twice a month. And I apologize that sometimes we don't get on schedule because of medical reasons. So we're here now. And I wanted to tell you and get this out of the way. This is just a plastic cast that was made for me in 2015. And I found it in the closet. I don't throw anything away, I guess, in case you need it. And it's just for my neuropathy that's been hurting. And they're going to fix my fistula arm down the road. So, yeah, but that's it. I didn't break it or anything, and it's not sprained. So, okay. So our topic today is, what was it like back in the 1980s? Growing up in the 80s. Yeah, so today's topic, under the 80s title, we're going to be talking about malls that we used to hang out at. And ones we're familiar with in Colorado, and restaurants, especially our favorite that we have loved over the years and that are no longer open, or maybe there's not very many left. And maybe they're open in your state and they're not open over here in Colorado.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's start with malls. The one that stands out the most would be Southland Mall.
Yeah.
Our favorite.
Yep.
And in 2009, I believe that was the year, right? 2009, they demolished it and decided to do an outdoor mall. So that way you just drive up to Dillard's or JCPenney or whatever and park in that parking lot and walk in.
Yep.
I mean, I think that's a good convenience for people, but in my opinion, I really miss Southland Mall. I miss all of the malls. And we don't get out as often as we'd like because we have to pay for that out of pocket.
Yep.
But I really miss the waterfalls at Southland. I know this is crazy to say this, but I do miss the music. And the penny fountains, escalators to all of our favorite stores, KB Toy Store, KB Jewelers, JCPenney, Sears.
The Tilt.
The Tilt.
That's the video game place.
Yes, that's right. The Tilt. You were always in there, weren't you?
Well, 8th grade. Well, 7th and 8th grade, I was mainly in there.
Wow. Yeah, I think my brothers would hang out at the Tilt.
Oh, okay.
When my dad was security as a police officer at Southland Mall, he would always come into my restaurant around the corner.
Yeah.
I loved that place. He would come in and take a break and have some coffee and maybe some pie or cake. And he'd always go, Slacky, Slacky. And I'm like, yeah, Dad. So everybody called me Slacky Lacky. But I really liked their grilled cheese sandwiches and fries. I thought those were the best on the menu. I loved the salads. I loved all the food there. But the grilled cheese and fries was always my favorite. Always easy for me to order to hurry up and eat my lunch and get back to work. Now, I did a lot of positions there except for management. I did hostessing. I did kitchen prep. I had to wear a steel glove to make the salad, and we would put the head of lettuce on the salad maker, and then you bring that big old thing down, and it would slice and dice the salad head. And they taught us how to take the core out of the head of lettuce just by taking it and smashing it down really hard, and then you just turn it around and pop that thing right out and throw it on the slicer. And we had to be careful because they told us a horror story that back then there was somebody that was going too fast and he didn't have a glove at that time, and you can imagine what happened to his fingers. So yeah, that they came up with that glove that was made of steel so you wouldn't cut your fingers. I did slice a glass on this thumb here. It's a really old scar. You can't really see it. But I was doing dishes, and I was taking out the hot glasses real quick and putting them on the rack, but it was kind of hot, and it burned my finger. But the way I threw it on there, the rack had 2 shelves, and it accidentally hit the shelf, and it sliced it, like broke on my thumb, and I started bleeding, and I had to yell for management.
I have a Piccolo's incident where I was chopping up tomatoes, so I would slice them first, and then I'd like stack them and then start cutting them or whatever, dicing them. And when I went down to slice, I didn't realize my finger was that close to the knife, and I still have the scar.
Oh
So.
my gosh. And we used to call piccolos pick your nose.
Pick your nose, yeah.
Hi, Yorgi. I'm glad you're coming back. What do you need?
What?
Okay, Papa can grab your ball
go
real quick. All right. He's got his favorite ball.
Yay!
It's called the black ball, and it's made from Kong, and it's so durable and strong, but he just loves to just chomp on it.
Yeah.
Like it feels good on his gums.
Yep.
I have a new toy that's coming for him, but it was supposed to be delivered today, and it's going to deliver on Monday.
Yeah.
Okay, so talked about round the corner, Piccolos. Everybody knows that I worked at the Olive Garden for 6.5 years. I loved working there. I think the Olive Garden was one of my favorite jobs. It was in Highlands Ranch, County Line and University, and it's still there. I absolutely loved it. And my first husband, Jason, had worked there, and he was there maybe 4 or 5 years before me. And he was the pasta king. I think that's what they called him. Or the pasta chef, something like that.
Yeah.
And it had an old-fashioned machine in the lobby. And he would wear his chef outfit, and he would be putting the dough or whatever it was, the egg noodles that was like flat, and he would put it through the machine, and then on the other side it would come out in noodles, and he would grab them and put them in the bowl, and what have you. And I remember he wanted to quit because he and I had started our relationship, and his parents were really upset with him when I think he walked off the job. I don't remember. Don't quote me on that. He might have put in his notice. I don't remember, but they were really upset about it. And, they back then they just thought, this would be a great career for you. Work your way up to management and have you. So, but I was very supportive of him. I don't remember any other jobs that he went on to. I mean, I know a few, but, so yeah, then in 96 is when I started working there. And, I remember when Princess Diana, the year later, sadly passed away, and the management has told me about that. I was in shock. I collected Princess Diana paper dolls back in the 80s, and I wish I still had them. And I was there when Selena was sadly unalived by her manager, and I really liked her a lot. And the whole kitchen at the Olive Garden played Selena all the time.
Yeah.
So you can imagine they were sad and upset. And so they played it more and blasted it really loud. And what else did I work? Where else did I work at? My first job was at Village Inn.
I thought your first job was at King Soopers.
It was actually Village Inn.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, it was Village Inn. Yeah, because Nathan worked there. He wore the bear outfit. Bucky the bear, who was in the parking lot.
Bucky the bear.
And he would bring in the customers. And then when he quit that, then I was working. I was a busser. And I really didn't like it. It was kind of gross. Because back then we didn't wear gloves. We didn't have gloves in these jobs, until after COVID. But, this is the 80s, and you're picking up nasty, dirty dishes with your hands. And I was germophobic back then. Nathan was germophobic, and it was so gross. And that was the job where Nathan was asked to start the car to warm it up, and came and told me not to look at the car, not to say anything. And that's when I came out to the parking lot when they picked me up, and I just went, "Hi, Mom." Hi. We got in the car and got home, and my mom went up on the porch, and that's when she saw the damage to the headlight, and yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, my favorite job was the Denver Salad Company.
I loved that place. I loved any salad bar.
I worked there for maybe 9 months. I got kind of burned out. But
what did you do there?
I was, salad prep. I would dishwash. I would prep food for the cooler. So every time something would get low, we'd run out there and
refill it,
top it off or whatever.
Salad dressing.
But that's where I met my second girlfriend, because I can't say third girlfriend, because in 8th grade I dated a girl named Kim Dreas, but we never talked to each other. I asked her out. She said yes, but we never talked to each other, so it only lasted a day.
That's funny.
So
8th grade.
Yeah. Funny story is that I used to bust tables at Denver Salad Company as well, so I did a lot of things. So I had a lot of hats for the job. But me and this guy were in a competition, and you had your stack of trays, and I think I had a stack of 5, but I had like 30 dishes and 20 side plates and 10 bowls and 3 separate for the glasses that were at least 6 or 7 glasses tall.
Oh.
And so we went into the back to see who could get it back there without dropping the dishes.
Oh,
and
no.
I won. He literally, he got around the corner, and all of a sudden you see it go like this. And all of a sudden, the manager goes, "What happened?"
Oh, no.
He broke the dishes. How did he break the dishes? He had them stacked too high. So did he. So we both got in trouble.
Are you playing?
Are you playing?
Aww. Yorgie and Snoopy are playing together.
Yay.
So cute.
He's going to get you.
Oh, that's funny. I remember when you said you worked at Piccolo's, you had an incident where you were delivering the pizza to John Elway.
Oh, man. I was delivering a pizza to him. He ordered, what was it? I think it was like a spaghetti dinner. It was like a $30 dinner.
And back then, that was a lot of money.
That was a lot of money, of course. And so when I get to his house, Janet opens up the door. She goes, "Hi." And I go, "Piccolo's."
That's his wife, right?
I have your food. She goes, "Okay." And I said, "That'll be $30. And she gets out the checkbook, and she looks at John, and John's all the way up at the top of the stairs. "Hey, John, how much should I give him for a tip?" John goes, "Nah, don't worry about it. I can get him next time around." I'm like,
they always say that.
I was like, "Come on, seriously, you're a football player, cheapskate." But I didn't say that, of course. I just said it under my breath and then walked away and said, "Really?"
Well, and they're divorced now anyway.
Yeah,
They've been divorced for like, what, 15 years? Something like that?
Something like that.
I don't know what that was about, but maybe because he's a penny pincher.
Yeah.
Maybe she wanted to go shopping. Let's see. Talking about malls here, we used to call them the Ritchie malls. There was Cherry Creek Mall.
Yeah, there's Park Meadows.
Mm-hmm. The dogs are playing. It's so cute.
I think Flatirons.
Flatirons.
Hey, no.
That's cute.
No,
that's gross. That part's gross. This is a family show.
Uh-huh.
So, Flatirons. Okay. Where is that at? I forgot. Is that near here?
I want to say no. Is it North Glen? I don't know. I can't remember where Flatirons is.
Maybe look on here while I'm thinking about other malls.
Okay.
There was Park Meadows. That's really far away. That's like from here, it would take us at least an hour. I have never seen these two dogs play like this today. This is so cute. Here, let me see if I could turn this around, guys. He's gonna get you. He's gonna get you. He's gonna get you. He's gonna get you, Snoopy. Get him, Yorgie. Get him. He's gonna get you.
It's in Broomfield, Colorado.
Oh, okay, Broomfield.
Yeah.
Look at these two. Aww.
That's cute.
You guys are so cute. I have never seen them play that much.
Yeah, see, when I worked at Foley's, it used to be Mady and F at South Glen Mall, and then they turned it to Foley's. But
right.
But when I worked there for a good amount of months. I almost worked there a year.
Oh.
But Flatirons Crossing was getting ready to start.
Okay.
So they put a Foley's in there. So they put a group of us, like all of us from different Foley's.
Mm-hmm.
And we went there, and there was 3 guys that were the managers, which was my manager, Eddie. And then we just unloaded the trucks. People wheeled stuff out, got everything ready for Foley's, and we opened up like a week later or something.
And
like
you were
that.
like a manager type?
No. I was just a dock associate.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. There wasn't another Foley's that you were a manager?
There was a Foley's. I was a manager at the Cinderella City, where Cinderella City Mall used to be.
Okay.
That was the only thing besides that and Claire's Boutique. Remember Claire's?
Uh-huh.
That was the only
Claire's
two.
keeps coming and going.
They were the only 2 left at Cinderella City Mall, and I was the manager there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's our other mall that we grew up with, mostly in the 70s.
Yeah.
Now, sadly, the only thing I can remember at Cinderella City is the carousel.
Yeah.
And, you guys will have to stay tuned for the end of the video because I'm going to try to see if I can find a bunch of old photos online for these malls that we went to and restaurants and what have you. But yeah, I loved that merry-go-round, and they tore it down. I don't remember when. I want to say the 90s.
Yeah, I think it was the 90s.
And put a Walmart there. See, Walmart's been around for years, but we didn't have Walmart until the late 90s, early 2000s in Colorado. We had Kmart in the 80s.
I'm going to check the food.
Yeah, we got pizza rolls in the oven. Hold on.
I'm like,
Okay, pizza rolls are done, but anyway. So this is kind of like a casual podcast.
Yeah.
Okay, so Cherry Creek, that was more in the Ritchie town. I've only been there once, and I only remember B. Dalton books.
I've been to Cherry Creek Mall right when I was little, so I've been there like 3 times when I was a kid. And then when I was a teenager, after I graduated high school, I was kind of an adult teenager, but I went there maybe 4 or 5 times. So my favorite store in Cherry Creek Mall, they had them at Southwest Plaza too, and I don't think Southman had it, but the Warner Brothers store. Oh, that was like that or Disney Disney store.
We went there with the kids when they were little, and looked at all the Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse. I loved it too. I don't even think they have them anymore, do they? It was the Disney store. I
don't know.
So let us know, you guys, if you have a Disney store or anything that we mentioned.
Store. Yep.
I mean, I know they're bringing back KB Toys.
Yep.
It's slowly transitioning back to the big store again.
There's a KB Toy store in Thornton.
Nice.
So.
And they're starting some of them really small.
Yep.
In a corner of like a Walmart or like other department stores, and they're just putting them in the corner with like books and audio books and maybe a few toys here and there, and then they're just trying to slowly get big again. I love KB Toys.
Well, get this. Some of you people out there might have it because it's in certain states, and I think they should bring it to Colorado. But I guess the owner of the Pizza Hut chain, he started with a few, and I think there's like maybe 7 or 8. The original Pizza Hut. Remember the original Pizza Hut with the red cup?
It was a sit-down restaurant.
Sit-down restaurant. You had the salad bar. Yeah. You had the Pac-Man game. Yeah. Oh, it's still, all, like, bar none, it's still there.
Are they trying to bring that restaurant back?
Yeah, they already have them in, like, 7 states already.
Now, I pass one Monday, Wednesday, Friday when they take the highway. I think it's before Waterworld. But it is the shape of the original Pizza Hut. But it's all painted different colors, and it's a Mary Jane store drive-through. Yep. But I'm looking at that going, now that used to be a Pizza Hut. Yeah. So, I like it when people can take an old sit-down, dine-in, drive-through restaurant and turn it into something else without demolishing the actual characteristics of it. That's what I like. Mm-hmm. But we both haven't been to our old stomping ground in Littleton since 2019 when your father passed away. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I personally feel like when we were out there driving through the area of King Soopers and Arapahoe High School and all those malls, I felt like I didn't recognize our old town anymore.
Yeah, everything's really changed.
It's depressing to us. And, we used to make fun of our grandparents back in the day when they would be mad about a stamp going up in price. They would be upset about it, and like certain clothing stores no longer around, and it would be like, oh, you're fine. Well, now I understand. We live down the road from the old Westminster Mall, and the only thing that I see standing is, I believe, JCPenney and the old movie theater. These two are so cute playing back here. They're being funny. But yeah, that old movie theater is over there. The Olive Garden where Ryland used to work. I've never been into that Olive Garden. We'll have to plan a trip sometime. And
over there's the old spaghetti factory too.
Yes, and I always keep thinking that it's closed, but I think they are like just really slow during certain hours that I'm coming home from dialysis.
I think they open up for dinner time. I think
it's like the Olive Garden. Yeah. Like we used to stay open, but it would be the really slow periods between like 2 and 4. And then like 4:30, some early birds are coming in, and then the 5 o'clock rush, and then the 6 o'clock, and then the 7 o'clock, you got all the wait lists and everybody's outside. And the Olive Garden that I worked at in Highlands Ranch, we were the first store to represent a lot of things regarding that menu. Hard to believe. And we were also the very first restaurant in the nation to come up with those coasters that light up. Do you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was like a proud moment for me because, you know, I was the lead hostess with the mostest is what Paul would always call me. And the training on that was so easy. I mean, you're just taking their name and then you look on the bottom of the coaster and there's a number. And you write that number next to that family's name on the chart and hand them the coaster and say, okay, here you go. Here is your coaster. When that lights up, come in, tell us it lit up, and we will seat you. But please do not go past the rail out front. Well, do they all listen? No. They get their glass of wine from the bar. They go out front, and then they go and sit in their car that's like way down there in the parking lot. Or you've got some that take the coaster, put it in their purse, and they're over there across the street at Target. And then they come back 2 hours later. Hi, did you guys call us yet? Oh, what is the name? And let me see your coaster. 59. Oh, Johnson family? Yeah, we called you guys about an hour ago. Where were you guys? Well, we were over at Target.
It doesn't go that far.
Sorry, ma'am. Like I had explained earlier, you can't go past that rail out front on our balcony area. People used to drive me nuts, okay? But I loved my job. Everything was never a dull moment. We had like a spider drop in somebody's Alfredo sauce, and that's because we had wood lattice up on the ceiling. And, you know, it's kind of hard to vacuum up in the holes and stuff. So that spider came down and landed in the lady's dish, and she made a big scene about it. Wanted everything comped. They said, ma'am, we're just going to comp the Alfredo sauce. We had people that would come in for the tour of Italy. And with that, it's all you can eat spaghetti. Well, they would bring in a family of 10. And they would order that, but they would share the food with all 10 people. And you can't do it that way. It's got to be per person. You know what I mean? So, and they wanted to take it for takeout. And so when it's all you can eat, it's just like a buffet. You can't take the food and put it in a to-go thing and head out, you know?
Yeah.
Trudy and I used to do a lot of catering. I liked it. It was me trying to get used to Trudy. She was kind of a tough old lady who loved her job. She was there for about 14 or 15 years. And, you know, she and I would take these big giant silver trays and we would load them up with pasta, and we'd have another one with salad, and we'd get the dressing and, you know, the pizza or whatever else they all ordered. And we'd stack them up and put them in the big paper sacks. But she would save boxes. And when the deliveries came, she would say, save me those boxes. Gotcha. Because it was a lot easier for catering. Yeah. And she would make a handle out of it. It was great. And we would go to schools, churches, all kinds of venues. And she and I they would have the tables set up and we would just put the food out, and we had like a pilot light, and we would put the tray of food on top of that pilot thing and to keep it warm and all that stuff. And I really liked it. And then when we had food left over, she and I would secretly put it in bags in our trunks, because back then, OSHA had a bunch of rules saying, hey, you can't take this food home because it's cross-contamination, it's coming from another location, and it's not staying consistently hot. And it's like, oh, please. We didn't die, obviously. So we would like sneak it and take a lot of food home. Yeah. And Jason was happy about that. So, okay, what else did we do? La Fonda de Cabo was my family's favorite Mexican restaurant. It was off of Quebec and Arapahoe Road, I believe. There was Azar's, home of the big boy. Yep. Love that place.
Perkins.
Bennigan's. We were just talking about the Monte Cristo. Yep. Love the Monte Cristo. But I was always getting sick.
Sandwich, yeah.
And that's why I was thinking maybe that was cross-contamination. But, yeah. I mean, typically you keep your meats away from the vegetables and stuff. But it was just, wasn't it like ham and turkey and avocado and cheese and a bunch of other stuff in there? And did you dip it? I don't remember.
Yeah, you dipped it in a raspberry sauce.
Oh, that's right, a raspberry sauce. And it was like a deep fried sandwich. Yeah. It was so good. But I was always getting sick. And I didn't understand why. So I stopped eating that, and then they closed down. And obviously we went to the 59-cent hamburger stand. Was it shaped like a triangle? Yeah. Yeah. Bronco Burgers.
Bronco
I think
Burger,
Bronco Burgers was shaped like a triangle.
yeah, I think so.
Mhm.
I've never been there. I've heard about it, but I've never been.
It was over off of Broadway somewhere. And then there was like a hot dog place.
Yeah, Joyce's Subs.
Joyce's Subs.
Yeah.
That's where my dad would get the long sub sandwiches, and he'd honk the horn, and us kids would come out, and we would help bring it in. It was wrapped in plastic, but it was like so long that we would all carry it into the house. And oh, those sandwiches were so good. We were talking about earlier gyros or gyros or gyros.
Gyros. Yeah.
We had everybody in high school in the 80s had a different name for it, and it was across the street from Arapahoe High School.
Yeah.
I've only been there once. I've described it like the scene from Seinfeld. No soup for you. Yep. That man was, he was mean. I only got like one little bowl of soup one day with my friends, and you went in there and something happened.
Yeah, I just asked for a gyro, and he goes, "It's not a gyro." And I go, "What is it?" And he goes, "It's a gyro." I'm like, okay.
What is that anyway? Is it a type of sandwich?
It's like a pita with
that's right.
Beef or like some kind of kebab meat.
And you dipped it in the au jus sauce.
Yep. Well, not au jus. It was Greek.
Okay.
Greek white dressing or something like that. Yeah.
Wow. And the salad company, and there was a super salad.
Super salad. Yeah.
I miss that place.
Yeah,
and
Healthy Habits.
Tomatoes.
Yeah, Healthy Habits.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Trail Dust Steakhouse.
Oh, yep.
Western Sizzler.
Our family loved going to Western Sizzler. You know, back in the 70s and 80s and prior to that, our parents would say, "Kids, get inside, go wash up, change your clothes, we're going to dinner."
Yep.
"We're going to dinner? Where are we going, Mom?" "We're going to Western Sizzler." Or they'd say the Sizzler. Mm-hmm. Or for like Azars, home of the big boy, they'd say Azars. Marie Callender's. I mean, these are places that I will always cherish. I loved their food, loved their salad bars. I loved spending time with my family in all of these locations and places, especially hanging out at the mall with my friends, running into Pablo all the time. He was stalking me for all those years. That's why we've known each other about almost 38 years this August. Yep. Hard to believe, huh?
It is hard to believe.
And tomorrow we're going to the Butterfly Pavilion with our good friend Allison. Mm-hmm. We went to high school with her as well, and like she's practically the only one that we're mainly in touch with.
Yep.
And I love her to death. She's such a sweetie, and she's been here twice. And we went to lunch with her over at King's Buffet, and I love King's Buffet now. Yeah. Oh my gosh! Hi, Snoopy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you guys can't see me now.
Okay, all right.
Get down, Bubba.
Oh, I'm sorry. There's something wrong with this breath.
Get down.
No more, Snoopy.
Stay.
So, okay, let's think of some other restaurants. 3 Margaritas.
Oh, yeah, 3 Margaritas.
Little Tin Cafe.
Yeah, let's see, El Pollo Asado, then Boston Chicken, and then Boston Market.
Yep.
Let's see. Remember when Kmart had the restaurant and they served those sub sandwiches? Oh, those things were so good.
I don't think I remember that.
It had bologna, turkey, ham, you name it, and American cheese.
Wow.
They were like this big, but they were like that long.
Now, did Kmart have like a little restaurant where you went up the stairs and you would sit up in a restaurant and you'd look over at the people shopping?
Same thing with Woolworths
and King Soopers.
Yep. King
Soopers. Back when they had restaurants.
Yeah, that's right. King Soopers had a restaurant. I forgot about that.
You'd go up the stairs and kind of like go this way and then this way, and then you'd go and order, and you would sit in those little dining chairs and stuff, and you just watch people, shopping down below. Or my mom would say, "Kids, go get yourself a snack. Go get some fries or something," because we would probably drive her crazy, and and Grandma would take us up there, and I remember that.
Yeah.
And Walgreens. And then we had Skaggs. Skaggs had that restaurant that was called Wags.
Then you had Fur's Cafeteria.
Yep. My mom worked either for Fur's or she worked for, what was the other one? We said it earlier. Fur's. I can't think of that other restaurant. Oh, it'll come to me. What other restaurants that we used to eat at? The one with the kids.
Or did you say Tico's?
Yeah.
Restaurants with the kids. Old Chicago.
Oh yeah, that was a pizza place.
Yeah. We took them to Dairy Queen one time. Let's
And then
see.
that's when Dairy Queen in like the mid 90s, or I'm sorry, mid 2000s to early 2000s, Dairy Queen started adding things like meals.
Yeah.
And like hamburger. I still think that's weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
But, you know, a lot of people had to do what they had to do because of business.
Yep.
You know, businesses were starting to fold. And let me think here. CC's Pizza.
Yeah.
Showbiz Pizza.
Showbiz, yep.
Chuck E. Cheese.
Chuck E. Cheese, yep.
We took Shiloh there many times.
Yeah.
Showbiz Pizza used to scare me as a child. Showbiz Pizza. You know, they have the same theme song as Chuck E. Cheese's. Yeah. Showbiz Pizza.
That's funny.
Where a kid can be a kid.
Something like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But yeah, Showbiz Pizza would scare me with all those electronic animals on stage.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That big giant bear playing the drums or the banjo or whatever he was doing.
Yeah.
I just didn't like them because the animatronics of them moving and their mouths moving, and I just, no. It reminds me today of what my son likes, which is Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that. Okay. Trying to think. I don't know if they have any more Payless shoe stores.
They shut them all down.
They shut them all down?
Yeah.
Where do you buy shoes? Just at Walmart or Target?
DSW, Walmart,
Wow.
Target. They even did away with all the Kmarts.
Yep.
What else did they get rid of?
Okay,
they still have Walgreens.
Yes, I'm surprised Walgreens.
I don't
is
think
staying
they have
open.
any Rite Aids anymore. Remember Rite Aid?
There's a couple.
Oh, is there?
I've seen some, like if they take Sheridan all the way down to Fresenius, I've seen it on the left. Mm-hmm.
Now, I remember, I used to work at a movie theater, Southbridge 8, and then I used to work for a company called Nathan's Pizzeria.
Oh, yes.
Now, that was like catty corner in the same area as Southbridge 8. So, lo and behold, for that job that I did, I was a ticket holder. Meaning that if the kids were playing games and they won all the tickets,
yes,
I would have to give them a prize. One kid tried to dupe me and say, okay, I've got like, 50 tickets or something like that. So I'm counting.
Is this before the counter machine?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So when I counted them, it came out to 50.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, it came out to 30.
Okay.
The kid goes, count again, it's 50. And I go, and I counted, it came out to 30. And he goes, okay, what can I get for 30? And I was like, that right there, or this over here, or that right up there. And he goes, I'll take that. And it's like a chintzy little thing for 30 tickets.
I used to get mad at the prizes because I'd be like, really? 30 tickets for that little measly thing? That little rubber spider? Or like that little witch ring?
You remember the little finger puppets?
Little finger puppets or like little stupid rings that are like shaped like a spider or something for 30 freaking tickets? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
And then they came out with the counter machine.
Yeah.
And then you're thinking to yourself, is that thing counting correctly? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's funny. I think our kids have won some pretty good prizes at Showbiz.
Mm-hmm.
My son, when he would go with his dad to Dave & Buster's, he would come home with monster giant prizes. Yeah. I still have them. I do not have the heart to get rid of any of my son's prizes. They're all downstairs in the furnace room. You guys have seen it before. It's kind of a mess in there right now because Ryland keeps slowly piling old clothes in there and like things that don't fit him anymore. And stuffed animals. He's like just slowly clearing out his closet, I think, and putting them in the furnace room. And I'm like, I need to tackle it sometime. I don't know when to do it, but I will get to it. But yeah, there's maybe 2 giant bears at 2 separate times that he won, and I still have them.
Yeah.
And big giant frogs.
Mm-hmm.
The frogs, actually, that orange and blue one, those were free from a little old lady that was living down the road from Trinity Place, where I worked at for daycare. And one day, she just was giving things away. And she laid it on the fence, and one of the teachers said, okay, thank you. And none of the other teachers grabbed it or wanted it. So I went out and I grabbed both of them. It was like a big one and a little one. I grabbed them. I sprayed them with Febreze, you know. Yeah. And they're still downstairs in the furnace room. Like, I've got Ryland's old baby toys. I've got stuff that he inherited from his uncle, Jason's brother. A lot of Hot Wheels toys from the malls over time. You've been collecting Hot Wheels over time. Stuffed animals from the crane machines at the malls. I just feel like I don't want to get rid of them because each one is a happy memory and a moment that I cherish and you cherish.
Yep.
That, you know, my son used to love the crane machine,
Yeah.
as you know, especially at Kmart.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. He would literally be studying where that claw was lined up. Okay, don't distract me, guys. And he would win stuff a lot. And then there was times where he didn't win and he'd ask for $2 more, just 2 more, mommy. And, you know, and if he still didn't win, he'd go, okay, I'm ready now, mom. You know, and that sad look on his face when he's 9 years old, or even at age 12, I was just like sad for him. So I used to say, you know, we have to pray that that money's going to a good place. It's going back to the children. You know, I would say that all the time. But then I started winning prizes for him, and Shiloh has won me prizes. She won me an ice cream cone necklace from the crane machine at Kmart, and I still have that downstairs on my Cabbage Patch doll. You know, I got a lot of things that I keep, even if it's plastic jewelry from the quarter machines at the mall that the kids have won and given us. I still have it. Yeah. You know, old little cheap necklaces. I got them. You know, but can you think of any other restaurants? Let's see. What was the name of that Mexican restaurant we went to where the man recognized us? He was the owner.
I don't remember the name. I can't remember.
Was it Jose's or something? I feel like it was Jose's.
I thought it was like La Porta or something like that.
It could be. He was the one that bought an old Skipper's restaurant.
Yep.
Like fish and chips restaurant.
Yep.
And kept the decorating on the outside like you're on a boat.
Yeah.
And you go inside and it's all bright colors, different colors for Mexico. So I thought that was funny. But they had the best Mexican food. We were regulars with the kids. But then COVID hit and sadly they shut down.
Yep. Well, there was that little Mexican restaurant that he owned on where the IHOP used to be. And he owned like a little meat market up the street or something like that. And that's where he used to get his meat. And he actually gave us a tub. Well, not a tub, a container of green chili. Remember that?
Oh, yes.
That was some good green chili, too.
And Taco House is still open.
Yep, that's still open. I
can't believe it. And it's just a little teeny tiny place, you guys. Let's just say their dining room is probably the size of our living room.
Yep.
And then they just have this little tiny kitchen. And even when you're up at the counter ordering, you see them right there off to the left making the tacos.
Oh,
back then, they weren't wearing gloves.
Oh, yeah.
So I hope they're wearing gloves now. But what happened was we had like a hailstorm or maybe a blizzard 15 years ago, and it destroyed part of their roof.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
And a company came in and surveyed it and said, well, if you've got this amount of money, we're going to get that asbestos out of there. Yeah. And we're going to just wrap this whole entire cute little restaurant and we'll clean it up for you and redo the roof and bam. Open them right back up. And my family and I, we would travel from where my mom currently lives, and it would only be 15-minute drive. Yeah. You know, just going down University and County Line and to Broadway and, you know, taking all those roads and, but yeah, I think Southland will stand out the most for me. I miss it. It's now the streets of Southland since 2009. I miss a lot of restaurants that we used to go to with the kids, but you know, we're here now and we need to get out more. We really do. We need to have a life and do what my doctors have told me. You know, you only have this one life. And as long as you're careful with what you're eating, you'll be okay. And keep your sodium low and your phosphorus. Just take your phosphorus binder and, you know, keep your potassium low. Like I've eaten at that Mexican restaurant one time and I was fine. They didn't say anything. So, you know, I know how to measure it all out through the weekend and, you know, but we need to go to the old spaghetti factory up the road and maybe the Olive Garden and just start getting out a little bit more and just try to get around this area where it's cheap, you know. But that's all I can think of. How about you?
That's all I can think of, too.
That was good memories, you know, and I appreciate anybody's ideas, you know. Let's think of another topic to talk about in the comment section if you guys have one in the next week to 2 weeks. I figure in 2 weeks we'll do another podcast. Put your ideas down, and if we think they're pretty good, then we'll go with it. But yeah. Because I don't know what else to think of on the next podcast.
Yeah, I know.
We need help.
It's a stumper.
But yeah, we'll have fun tomorrow, and hopefully we could take some photos and videos of the Butterfly Pavilion. It's going to be in the upper 90s, so
Yep.
we've already got our sunscreen, and hopefully part of it is indoors, because I can't remember it too well when we took the children when they were little.
Part of it's indoors. I'm not too sure though.
Yeah.
This is my first time there, so.
No, we took the kids a long time.
Okay.
Yeah, a long time
Oh,
ago.
yeah, I remember that.
Shiloh might have been 7.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I think some of it is partially outdoors and some of it's indoors.
Yeah.
And Rosie the spider, she's the tarantula, but just lots of butterflies.
Yeah.
And this little one needs some attention, guys. So thank you for joining. We all love you. Peace out and stay positive. Bye, guys. Oh, where's the camera? There we go.